A superstar investing app that only lets you trade US stocks? This app will definitely suit some investors, but find out why I think it might not be all it's cracked up to be for the UK masses. Robinhood quickly took the US retail investing scene by storm, and after much anticipation in the last few years, it's finally launched a UK version of its popular investing platform. To make its mark here in the UK, Robinhood has come arrows blazing with some excellent features for investors, especially those looking to invest smaller amounts in US stocks. There's no cost to open and hold an account with Robinhood, so no platform fees, custody fees, or any other type of shady account fee buried somewhere under the hood or in the small print under a different name. On top of this, there's no commission to pay when buying or selling stocks. Robinhood pretty much kickstarted the 0% commission movement for retail investors, so it's no surprise to see this feature translate over to the UK platform. You can invest in over 6,000 US stocks on Robinhood, which is great if you're only planning to invest in the US of A. However, that's it. That's all it offers. So investors are limited to US stocks, and there's no additional asset options like exchange traded funds or ETFs. But to sweeten the deal and make US stocks more palatable, Robinhood doesn't charge a foreign exchange fee, which does set it apart from other platforms. However, it's not completely free to make international trades with Robinhood, and I'll explain this in a bit more detail in the next section on fees. If you are someone planning to invest small amounts or simply dip your toes into the US stock market, Robinhood makes this extremely accessible. You can deposit any amount you like into your account, even just a penny, and you can buy fractional shares from just $1. Another couple of big selling points in Robinhood's quiver is that you can trade stocks 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, and if you have spare uninvested cash, you can earn 5% interest on any funds sat on the sidelines. But this does come with a small caveat. Unfortunately, Robinhood's UK platform doesn't yet come with Financial Services Compensation Scheme, or FSCS, protection, which covers up to £85,000 of your deposits should something happen to the company where your funds are deposited. Robinhood does have the equivalent US protection as a member of the Securities Investor Protection Corporation, or SIPC, which protects cash deposits up to $250,000, and it has additional insurance to cover even larger amounts. Even though all this covers a higher level of deposits than FSCS protection does, as this is an international scheme, it's worth being aware that the fate of any recovery of funds lies outside the UK's jurisdiction. There's no fee to open or hold an account with Robinhood, no matter how little or how much you're investing. And whether you're buying or selling US stocks, you won't pay any trading commissions either. Minimizing your fees is one of the best ways to keep your portfolio on target, so this is really great to see. As you can only buy US stocks in dollars, Robinhood also does you another favor by not charging any FX fees. However, as I mentioned briefly, currency conversions aren't completely free. There's a 0.03% third-party fee baked into transactions when you convert your pounds to dollars. This is still a hell of a lot cheaper than most other investing platforms, who tend to charge around 0.5%, but quite a few are even around 1%. So Robinhood provides excellent value in this area, but it's worth keeping in mind conversions aren't completely free. The bottom line is, if you're only interested in investing in US stocks, it's hard to beat Robinhood for value. There's no hidden inactivity, account closure fees, or anything like that either, so you won't get penalized if you want to give it a try and then leave. When you open up the Robinhood app, you'll see your portfolio value and some quick stats like the latest overall price movement, complete with a chart to give you a visual of how well or poorly your investments have been moving. Scroll down and you can see your cash holdings along with any interest paid, and next is the stocks you're holding, followed by any watch lists or screeners you've set up. The other tabs you've got access to at the bottom of your screen include a search tab for finding investments or setting up a custom stock screener, a news tab which provides a snapshot of the latest headlines from the likes of Bloomberg, Yahoo Finance, Reuters, and plenty more, and a profile tab which shows your total holdings along with a useful sector breakdown displaying percentage allocations of your portfolio. The simplicity of the Robinhood app makes it dead easy to find your way around, but more advanced investors may want more from a trading app. Even though Robinhood's app layout and features are fairly simple, you can still access some useful stats, financials, and analyst ratings when you select the stock and dig into it. Our Finder scores take into account the most important features and fees of investing platforms. So I crunched all the numbers to compare and rate each option to give you a better idea of how each platform stacks up against the rest of the competition. Robinhood came out of the gate pretty strong, scoring 4 out of 5. It does extremely well in some areas, like the fees and features, but sadly it's lacking in investment and account options, which does drag that score down slightly. Okay, so Robinhood is definitely off to a great start here, but it's going to be interesting to see how the platform matures and develops in the UK over time. Because investors are limited to US stocks only, with no access to other assets like ETFs, and the lack of tax wrappers like a stocks and shares ISA, I don't think Robinhood has what it takes to become a one-stop platform for UK investors. However, as a secondary platform that's used purely for investing in US stocks, Robinhood can be a great addition. It's so cheap and it comes with some useful benefits if you open and hold an account there. If I was buying US stocks outside of an ISA or pension, Robinhood would be right at the top of my list in terms of platforms, largely because it's so simple to use and the fees are so low, especially the currency conversion cost. The 5% interest offered on uninvested cash is also an enticing bonus to draw people to the platform. Although deposits are covered by a US protection scheme, the lack of UK FSCS protection would put me off holding large sums of cash on there. There's plenty to like about Robinhood's initial launch, but I'm more excited to see how the platform will grow over time and what additional features might be introduced to convert more UK investors to the green side. Okay, so before we ask you to like and subscribe to the channel, here's a quick summary of the main pros and cons of Robinhood for you to consider. To read our full review on Robinhood, click here and follow the link below. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and hit that bell button for more videos just like this one. Thanks for watching.